So I'm Andy Frain. I've been with GRAYCE 12 months as a project analyst, and currently on client site I'm working as a project manager. I think it was trying to make sure I could hit the ground running as much as possible. At the time, I felt like I had a lot of technical skills I need to develop, so I focused on making sure I got up to speed in terms of the systems they were using, as well as making sure, within the first month that I knew everything there was to know about the project I was going to be managing. I think, having looked at it from the outside, I didn't really appreciate what a diverse range of skills there were in change delivery and what a multifaceted industry it was. So I think coming from nothing, they've developed vastly, facilitating meetings, supplier management, conversations with senior stakeholders, just all things that I'd not really been exposed to. And I think tailoring your style to deal with such a diverse range of people really is probably the biggest improvement in skills, I would say. So first project I delivered was quite a big one for the business strategy, but budget-wise, relatively low-key. And then I moved on to a new project whereby I was just managing one of 4 work streams, which was near to completion anyway, so I just took that over from someone else. And then within a couple of months, I'd gone from managing that work stream to managing all the finances, managing all the governance, and just being kind of a global PMO role for the whole project, while maintaining my kind of PM responsibilities on my work stream. So it's quite a vast increase in responsibility in what is probably the biggest project Pets at Home have done in recent times. I think they'd probably say enthusiastic, kind of go get it attitude, and not afraid to take on anything really, as well as being kind of transparent with timelines and not being afraid to challenge back. She's previously said I'm very direct, but in a friendly and positive way. For me, the biggest thing is having the drive to continuously improve. And you have this opportunity in like so many different businesses, depending on where you're deployed, to develop skills there immediately. Like from the day you start, the exposure you get is massive. You're given a lot of responsibility, and provided they understand what you can do, and you demonstrate that drive, that the sky's kind of the limit really, from my experience anyway. So I'd say drive, determination, and the ability to kind of be adaptable and learn on the job are probably the 3 traits that I think have the most value. I think it's opened up doors that I hadn't previously considered would be open to me. I've had a couple of jobs before joining GRAYCE straight out of uni, and it's probably the first job where I felt truly like it's something I could excel in. And I've had exposure to people far up in the change industry within the client site, so high up. And watching what they do on a day-to-day basis and the kind of things I've achieved in my first 12 months, for me it's boosted my aspirations. I'm very much aiming to get to the top in change, sort of a head of change role. Perhaps with enough time, a director in IT would be quite an interesting challenge, but certainly things that if you'd have asked me a couple of years ago I would never even considered would be a career for myself. My peers should join GRAYCE for 2 reasons, one professional and one from a personal level. So on a professional level, immediately you're given the chance to excel and drive your own development, as well as driving real change on client site. Certainly from my experience, we've had massive increases in the level of governance since GRAYCE got involved. They'd identified a need for it, but the GRAYCE community have really driven that change using the variety of qualifications we've got and drawing on the experience of our colleagues at Pets at Home who've worked in a number of different industries. So that's been a huge piece right off the bat. I think on a personal level, the people I've met through GRAYCE have all been absolutely lovely, really switched on. You can have really engaging conversation with any of them. The socials are really, really fun. We do loads of different stuff, and you get a kind of core group which is just growing month by month. I think the CSR side, going to plug it because I'm on the team, is awesome. The work we're doing for charity and next year should hold a really big change in how we work and the amount we can fundraise there. So yeah, as a holistic experience, it's been great. I make no reservations about saying it's been my favourite job since I left university.